Hey, what's going on, guys? So there's been a lot of things that has been circulating around my way. And I was informed from a few people they were interested in becoming realtors. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you my top 5 strategies as I'm trying to pursue my real estate license and become a full licensed agent. So here in the market, a lot of people look at realtors as, make a lot of money. They help people buy homes, they help people sell homes, but they never really entail the work that goes behind getting these deals done. You're going to learn more about yourself than you actually think. So in order to be in the business itself, where you're going to deal with people's emotions, you're going to deal with their finances, you're going to deal with their goals, and you're going to be pushing them. You're going to be the leader of their decision making. The first thing you have to do is be licensed, okay? Different states have different laws. So the test can be very challenging. The class can be very challenging. It's honestly a law class. If you don't spend much time in law, it can be a little bit of a learning curve. But for the most part, when getting your license, you want to figure out if you want to learn online or you want to do a class in person. You have to understand your learning abilities. Now, the best practices I found while getting my license was writing everything down. Anything that I hear, I write it down. Anything that I read, I write it down. That is my way of showing myself that I'm retaining the information that I'm learning. The business, you're gonna do a lot of writing. You're gonna do a lot of figuring out what works best for you. So getting your license will be the very first step. And trust me, you're gonna learn a lot of things that you do not use, but you need to understand how they work. You have to have at least a 75 to pass the class. You're then gonna sign up for your 2 final exams, which is the PSI exams. You're gonna have a national exam, you're gonna have a state Pacific exam. Trust me, the state exam is tough. It's not always about the commission, okay? You gotta understand what you're doing legally because it can affect your commission. 2, you did your pre-licensing, you passed your national exam, you passed your state exam. Listen, unfortunately, that's not where the education starts. Every year you have to take some type of education to keep you fresh about the new laws or anything that's upcoming to the market. You wanna keep your mind attached to new information as much as possible, but you have post-licensing you have to do. In the state of North Carolina, you have about 18 months to complete that post-license exam. I was so eager to get into the business that I actually skipped over doing my post-license. I went ahead and signed up for a firm. I went ahead and got myself set up with marketing. I was ready to be in the process. I was ready to get out here and start helping people. You can do all of those things while you take your post-licensing classes, but I highly recommend that before you start signing up for a firm, getting affiliated with other realtors, brokers, mentors, things of that nature, you want to get your post-licensing done. You happen to be in the business and you have a lot of things happening for you. Things are going very well. If you have not completed your post-licensing, you will be dropped. And there's nothing like being stopped in your tracks of momentum. Trust me. A lot of people would like to pursue it full-time, but most of the time we have full-time jobs already. So you may be entering into business part-time. So you want to find a brokerage that's going to work best in your favor when it comes to education, when it comes to learning what's happening in today's market, that's keeping up with technology, as well as getting surrounded by the right brokers to kind of help you hold accountable. But at the same time, you can learn from them, learn from their season, learn from their mistakes. At this point in my career, I've been with 3 different firms. Where right now, I'm currently with Real Broker. Let me tell you, it was one of the best decisions I can make. And if you want to schedule a phone call with me and just have a little one-on-one conversation about why I chose my firm, I'll be more than happy to share that with you. And if you're looking for sponsorship, I'll be your guy. Now, when most people get into the business, they don't have an idea exactly on who they want to become or what they're trying to create. Okay, you have a broker, individual broker, and then you have teams. Okay, so you have to figure out what's going to work best in your favor. Do you want to work along with a team? Now, I will say working with team gives you a great introduction of what the business entails. You're walking into leads. You're working around people who have one goal in mind, and that is to serve the market to its best ability and keep up with all the moving pieces at the same time. Working as an individual broker, you'll learn how to work along with yourself. You don't have anybody that's over your back, that's talking to you a lot. You just have to learn how to hold yourself accountable, work at your own pace, but at the same time, you have to learn how to be involved, how to stay involved in that community of realtors, and just bring it all in together. Now, a lot of people enter in the business as a solo broker because they like the part-time schedule that they can create, and they like to, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, just kind of go into it a little slowly. Now, the thing with teams is once you jump into that team, you guys got the ball rolling. There's deals coming every day. There's a database full of people that you can help and serve. And so it just depends on who you are. Fourth step, and what I would consider as I'm getting into the business, is your marketing plan. Listen, people don't know you're a realtor until you actually tell them. All the newer agents that I run across, hey, listen, don't get into the market to try to become an expert and act like you know it all. The biggest thing is to ask a ton of questions, get around people who are going to ask you questions, go and find out what that answer is, and position yourself to be on the hunt for information. Most importantly, if I could take it back, I would have documented my journey to maybe the first 90 days to somewhere around 6 months, just learning as much as possible, showcasing everybody. What am I learning about being a realtor? Actually doing the work, me showing that I'm learning, I'm grinding, I'm hustling, I'm putting one foot in front of the other. If I had to take it back, that would be something that I would consider, instead of buying cards, getting headshots, spending money on Facebook ads, advertisements here and there. Listen, people getting into the business is because they're looking for financial freedom. They're looking for a space to start feeling comfortable with also making money. That doesn't mean you get into the business and spend all your money. Learn what you're doing, how you're doing, showcase that you are going to open houses, showcase that you're networking with other realtors, get out there, shake as many hands as possible, get with your sponsor, find some information. And then again, if you're looking to put one foot in front of the other and you're looking for some assistance, hey, listen, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you, talk to you, give you some guidance as much as possible, and see if it works for you. I mean, it's free. Anybody can use free information. Don't spend all your money, okay? Find out what works, what don't work. Subscribe to YouTube University. Matter of fact, subscribe to my channel. Fifth suggestion would be confident. Find out where you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to try. You just don't know where this journey will take you. I mean, it would take you super high, super fast, or you can go nice and slow. Just be confident. Be confident in your decision making. Be confident in the journey that's there. Take your time, learn everything as fast as possible. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. A lot of people get into the business and feel like you have to be a know-it-all. You have to know how to do everything. You have to be politically correct. No, okay? Be comfortable with making mistakes. You're gonna learn how to negotiating deals, not having any emotions attached to it, being very firm in your pricing. Also dealing with whether you have a buyer or a seller, dealing with how they may feel about certain houses that they may see. Learning how to deal with maybe their frustrations with the selling of the home. Okay, you are somebody that we lean on, that we trust, and be that person that whenever they think about their real estate transaction, you're the first person that comes to mind. They feel comfortable with you, they feel safe with you, and they feel honest when they're doing business with you, okay? Because this business will stretch you, it will put you in rooms that you've never been in, and it also, you may even discover some feelings that you never thought that you would ever have. So just be confident in what you do, trust what you're doing, trust the process, and let it coast. Looking for sponsorship, you're looking for just additional information about my journey itself, you can definitely subscribe to my channel. I'll be showcasing a lot of things that I've learned over the years along with what's going on in the market. And again, I'd be more than happy to share my information with you. Interested in joining my firm with Real, I'd be more than happy to share with you how the commission splits work, how our teamwork atmosphere is. I will show you how we operate as managements. I will show you all the work that goes behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see, okay? So it's all about staying ahead, staying focused, being confident, and trusting yourself and allowing people to trust you and just building relationships. So it's a wonderful journey for anybody who's looking to get started. Listen, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, shoot me a text, give me a call. I'd be more happy to chat with you, give you any information you may need. And until then, you take care. Peace.